And yeah, as I promised, Pavel Tregubov is next to me. Pavel, welcome.
Hello, Izzy. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, you were European champion 2000. That was inaugural, or it was?
It was inaugural.
Yeah, and 2650 plus. But these days you are not involved in playing as before.
No, I'm basically a retired player already, focused on my organizational activity within FIDE. Yeah, but I'm still playing, and that's still big fun for me to play some rapid games, or I'm playing for my French team. You've just seen Jean-Claude Morin, who is my boss.
Yeah, I mentioned corporate championship. Yeah, you're connected with Paris, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, but mostly I'm involved in organizing top-level FIDE events nowadays.
Okay, so you are the right person because you know, I believe, a lot about our current world champion. So let's see how Gukesh is doing versus Arjun. So after bishop e6, a5 was played, and now we have this bishop b3, ab6 position.
Knight c6 is
Knight
already on
c6,
the board, yeah?
So it's quite symmetrical. I think you played also this kind of lines maybe at some point.
Maybe with
similar,
blacks.
yeah.
Yeah, similar black. Yeah. What can be said about this position? So,
it's quite concrete. Will black liquidate totally, or?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, optically, black seems to be fine. I mean, all the pieces are developed, and well, this bishop is always dangerous on the big diagonal, but somehow I feel like should be black should be okay. Should be at least maybe even. Well, okay, bishop takes c6 followed by, I don't know, pawn takes 7 is not a big deal, I think. b7, rook b8, and
yeah, maybe just to take with the
just take maybe just
with
take.
with the pawn probably.
Yeah, with the pawn, but then, well, even I don't know what happened if rook d7 or bishop d4, bishop d4 even.
Okay, we have some moves.
Oh, by the way,
we have some moves. He's already on the board. Yeah, rook e7 is more to the point.
Okay. What is the point? So what does it change?
Hang on, is it a mistake?
But why rook b8? What was wrong with rook takes a7?
Rook takes 7 and then conquering the pawn, huh? It's also
like bishop d4.
Maybe it's some bishop e3, knight e2, rook a1 or something. Is this?
Why doesn't seem to be in time? Yeah. Okay, takes, and for example, takes, and if rook a8,
knight e2, rook a1. That's
a problem. That's a problem. Yeah. So what? So that's you're absolutely right. It's very concrete. Yeah. So,
but it feels that black
should be okay. Black should be okay. Yes. What is the right move then? What about bishop d4? Immediately. But then e7 pawn.
This is the best move.
Rook d. Yeah. But then okay. It's not about e7 pawn, right? It should not be. Well, with pair of bishops, black should be fine. I mean, it should. It should.
Yeah, this pawn is weaker when it's on the b file probably than on the a. So.
And what if white goes the same way, like bishop e3 now?
E3, yeah. Now maybe take.
Maybe take and rook b8. Yeah?
Yes, that was my point. But now I saw that e7 is hanging. But
f7 is protected, so it's not a big deal once again. So rook b8, rook b6,
and this is perfectly sound.
And
position.
Bishop e6. I mean, black should be safe. Yeah.
You've been to the World Championship match, Singapore?
Yes.
So how was your feeling? Now when you're looking with some distance, it was a really memorable.
Of course.
Match. Yeah, something.
Each World Championship match is memorable.
What do you remember? Like, what is your from thing which springs your mind regarding that match?
Well, I analyzed this events from our organizer's point of view mostly. It was very well organized. So the local chess federation was very well prepared for the event. which is not always the case. But yeah, that was really, really impressive. So the FIDE team had basically nothing to do there.
Oh.
No, I mean, I'm exaggerating, but still, yeah, that's kudos to local organizers, first of all. And from, a lot of interest from local public and also foreign visitors. The playing hall, the visitor hall, was always full at the beginning, since the beginning till the end of each day, which was quite impressive, and it's always a big pleasure to see many spectators on the chess events. And yeah, of course, from sport point of view, the Ding's blunder and the size of the game was absolutely incredible. Yeah.
Sometimes when we are watching over TV or screens, you don't feel this tension, but it was really tough, right? Yeah, that actually, the duel, you see two players, one mistake, and then when practically Gukesh became aware that he will become a world champion, that was probably awesome to see, right? Very emotional.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. And now probably when that experience, when you see him on the screen, you know how can he be like determined,
concentrated.
And it seems that he's doing here quite well. So let's just update. So Rook B8 is a mistake, and suddenly it's a serious advantage for White. Can we sense is he aware that this is? Probably he is.
Yeah, but he's then it was played very quickly, right?
Yes.
Rook B8.
So something is maybe a bit knight. What's the point here? Is it knight d2? Let's just.
No, the most natural way to proceed for White is bishop e3 to protect the pass pawn, or bishop f3 bishop f4 intermediate. Bishop f4.
Okay, this is a nice.
e5.
This is a nice. But you're right, Pavel. This is the point. This bishop f4 is probably something which was missed.
Missed by such a strong player.
Yeah, I don't know, because he played instantly in 5 seconds.
That's
from like, and it seems that it's a mistake. Or maybe confused or something. He forgot about something, because position is perfectly sound. As we said, probably it would lead to a draw. And after Rook A to B8, it's a serious advantage for White.
Yeah, and there are a lot of really many options in here, and the player of such a caliber, such a strong player, feels very well the critical point of the game. So he should be aware that this is the critical one. It's obvious even for us, for him it should.
Yeah, we have some data. So actually, evaluation dropped. So it's a mistake of 1.5 points.
Which is huge.
Yeah, and he did it in 5 seconds. Of course, I'm always trying to show the respect. Huge. Those players are tremendous and fantastic. But of course, they're human, and it's possible to make sometimes mistake. You just confuse some things, and it seems that something went wrong for Arjun.
Just simply missing bishop f4.
Yeah, because this is the only detail. Actually, you pointed out. I don't see anything else.
Okay, let's explain our spectators. Yeah. Bishop e3 directly would allow both bishop d4 or bishop b2 even.
Yes, lines.
Bishop d4 I would consider first.
And we show that line. If you take, and then if you take on e7, I would be fine probably.
Yeah.
Rook b8, and there will always be some.
White is still pawn up, but b2 pawn is very weak and would be very difficult to protect.
So this is another option. If after bishop f4, if black takes, just to show that bishop c7 is a trick, which forces black to play e5.
But then after bishop e3, there is no bishop d4 anymore. This is a huge difference.
Yeah, if we can get a little bit like full screen to sense now the moment. Yeah, of course. Gukesh will play the best move. I don't have any doubts, but he's now rechecking. Is there anything?
Gukesh also understands that this is a critical point of the game. So,
but it's a serious advantage. So if we check,
yeah,
it's plus almost +2. Let's say, okay, maybe sometimes the engine tends to overestimate. Now I turn on the engine, it was 0 point something, let's say small advantage after rook e7, bishop d4, typical advantage. You have huge experience, you know that it's callable and probably it would be a draw in case. Okay, still white could press a bit, but it's normal. But here it's +2. Very strange moment that we have already at this point of the game. 15 move, +2.
Oh yeah, yeah, and not even from a human point of view, the difference is huge. So if you manage to keep this advanced passed pawn, the situation is completely different.
Yeah,
so
because time works for white. White goes bishop e3 later, bishop knight d2, other rook comes, and that's basically it. It's not some.
Yeah, and just pawn up. And then
Yeah.
What a pawn.
Yeah,
What a
exactly.
pawn.
So I'm quite surprised that we have current state of affairs with bishop f4 coming.
Yeah.
People then tend to think that some players doesn't see it, but I'm trying to explain. If they are thinking, that doesn't mean that they don't see a move, but they want to recheck something very far and just want to be sure that some things are working. By the way, I see Alexandra walking.
Yeah.
Are you involved in her games a lot, or in some kind of?
Of course, I'm following games of my wife when I have time. So I'm quite busy now with organizing a lot of upcoming tournaments. Frida, you mentioned some of them, like World Cup, but we have also women's team
Linares,
World Championship in Linares, which will also be held in November, and also. We are hardly involved already in organizing World Rapid and Blitz, which is scheduled for Doha in the end of December, the big event of the end of the year.
With many players from here,
of course,
who will participate
in both of them, in the World Cup and in Doha as well.
Let's just briefly conclude this match. We will go back to Gukesh a little bit later. So Jordan van Forenst is this position. Very complicated, very sense. Parham playing. Okay, this is a little bit more like old school style, but still, it's quite early to say what will happen.
I would say that Black managed to exchange too many pieces. I mean, this kind of position is playable for white, and you can push a little bit with the kingside space advantage when there are a lot of pieces on the board. With two minor pieces, two minus pair of pieces exchange already, I cannot believe in white's initiative. So you need to have more resources for your kingside attack. But okay, we will see. Parham is very strong in these kind of positions.
Yeah, very entertaining player, and it's so nice to watch his games. Another super complicated position. It's really hard to assess. I think you were playing those positions maybe with the white pieces, with this AB versus central 2 pawns. It can happen in some early takings on c4, Queen's Gambit.
That's coming from Nottingham, right?
Yes, triangle. It's quite hard to play it.
Yeah. I see the computer evaluation, which is not obvious from human perspective. I mean, if I was asked about, I would say that it should be about equal, but yeah.
It's not easy to play it. That was actually my...
Yeah, for both actually. White knight is very strangely placed on d2. It has no squares. I would like to see him on c3 on d4, of course. But I'm not sure if white has time for bringing king from b1 to c3, for instance.
Yeah, and every endgame king is on e7.
Yeah,
very good.
Black's king is a very typical position, so very hard to evaluate this kind of...
Let's check the next one. Let's see Deak versus Injic, because here we had Petrov. And Deak, as I mentioned many times, has changed his style. He's now playing for slight plus, sometimes without advantage in the opening, but he's always keeping control. There is no risk, big risk at his games, and this actually is in the same line. But it's quite promising. Two bishops.
Two bishops, but the knight has some good squares in the center. Like if
Okay, let's say that we exchange.
yeah, but what about queen c6 first? So it is absolutely not possible. Yeah,
Maybe it is.
Looks scaring, but yeah, rook takes.
And it seems that it's the best move.
Oh, really? But this is critical. This is critical. Yeah, unless
Rook c8, let's say.
rook c8.
Will it collect another one?
Yeah,
Probably.
if you collect another one, then maybe rook takes c3. And just bishop e3, yes? And nothing special.
Yeah. Exactly. So what is black up to? Do we have a move? Because I see that Ingic is thinking. No, they're both at the board. So this is the current position. Actually, we have these red lights, which actually shows that white have the best move, which gives an advantage, sort of only move for advantage. So that means that this queen c6. So Deak is thinking. It's not a simple decision, but of course you need to calculate it.
Yeah,
he will do it
properly calculate, because it's a bit scaring. The white king is a bit sort of exposed, so you should be careful with this kind of situation. And also optically, when you see that rook will penetrate on the third rank after rook c8, rook takes c3, it's not an easy decision. Yeah, but if you calculate it properly.
Why not?
If it works, why not?
Yeah, because there later, if you go for a like small plus or even equal position, then you need to play for 20 moves to get maybe a chance to be better somewhere.
Yeah.
So, of course.
For instance, the end game should be more or less okay for black, because knight, when it gets to d5, it will attack c3. Also, black has this f4 square, which is very attractive for his pieces. For both knights and bishops, so yeah. So this is a critical moment as well. Yeah.
Exactly. Let's check the last board, because what's going on here? Another, like, okay, but this is old school. I don't know. I can imagine Veselin Topalov being black here, and maybe Adams white. So this is like really old school. Let's go to a women's section. Let's just see how I check the Monte Carlo. So far, so good, right?
Yeah, it seems like everything goes smoothly for this team so far.
So we have a draw on the first board.
Oh, already, yeah?
Yeah. Then we have Dinara Wagner playing versus Divya, and this is the current position. Two bishops, but black is first maybe to pose some problems.
Oh.
So how to proceed? Rook d8, of course, is...
Well, yeah, optically it seems like white is
We
bit
have a
better,
move,
which
I
means
believe.
that black should be very fast with creating a real counterplay. Because otherwise, if white just castle and put his bishop, her bishop on b2, she would be better, the classical bishop of pair advantage. So maybe rook d8 is critical. Yeah, rook d8
To chase the queen.
Queens should.
And
queens
then
should
some
go somewhere.
knight, yeah, knight e4 stuff. But queen can, okay, this queen before check is coming.
Yeah,
So she's ready to allow it? Maybe she is.
and just go king f1, right?
Or king e2.
Oh, but then king e2, yeah. But then queen c3. So okay, let's illustrate it. So like queen f4.
Yes, queen f4,
then queen b4.
It
Just
seems that-
winning, yeah.
Since that this is bad.
And queen c3 is a point, I think. And queen c2, followed by queen c2.
Okay, good. So I need to move my queen somewhere else. Let's say that probably queen c3.
But then knight e4.
Okay,
is
knight
coming
e4.
also,
So I
yeah.
need to find the move. Bishop a3.
Bishop a3 is a move.
I
Yes,
just
bishop
spotted
a3.
it
Maybe
as
the
well.
only one, by the way. yeah.
Yes. But she spotted it already before. So that's why black is thinking, and that's why Divya is walking. So this is the... Okay, this is very nice. This
Yeah,
is
indeed.
very nice. Maybe just to explain to the viewers said, yeah, when there is attacks, there is always this deflection and so on. So then you start to play on 64 squares. We are not using our classical approach of handling position, but some unexpected moves are always.
But what for example, if queen goes to b2, just
Queen b2 now.
yes.
Yeah, that's also an option. Yeah, okay. Maybe now black can.
What is wrong with that? Maybe, but maybe something is wrong. Yeah, maybe because computer doesn't like it, and maybe there is
b5. No, bishop goes to e2.
b5 is a nice try. Yeah.
Yeah, and then bishop to b7 maybe. Okay.
Something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, for instance. Yeah.
Okay, let's see how Alexandra is doing. Ulya had a good tournament at European Teams. Also, Alexandra was playing very well in Batumi.
They both played quite well for their national teams. Oh, that's also Petrov, right?
Okay, let's just check it. Yeah, quite popular. d5, knight d2. Okay.
Oh, at least white has a clear plan in f4, f5, so black should.
Okay, probably exchange.
Yeah, now I think bishop should be exchanged on e2.
Yep.
Queen takes. So long castle seems a bit scary. So in bishop e7 would be met by e4. I mean immediate e4 maybe. F4, sorry. Yeah.
But I don't know. And then after g6, f5 immediately.
Yes, why not?
Yeah. You're right. So f4, g6, f5 is an advantage. So here black needs to come up with something. Okay, still black can take on d4. This is not what you want to do. Yeah,
that's what I want to do. But still, maybe instead of bishop e7, then if you need to take on d4, maybe immediately and put the bishop on c5, like. I would say that such a big knight, such a great knight on c4, black should not be that bad.
Yes, exactly.
But it's not easy to manage, I would say, because f4, f5 is coming. So for white, everything is clear and simple. So there is very simple plan. Then she knows how to improve her position. What about bishop? Knight takes d4.
Okay,
that's quite concrete. So if pawn takes, maybe I would grab pawn on b5. Maybe.
Yeah, and queen b5 probably works.
Yeah.
So
okay, but still, white would have enough counterplay. But if knight takes, then bishop c5. That was my.
Probably e6.
But then e6. So knight is not pinned yet. Yeah, then e6. Then e6. So it's not a good idea.
And
definitely not.
Here, is it g6, bishop g7 is too slow?
But f5 will come anyway, I think.
And I take on f5, take on e5, but this is too brave. I was thinking about this, but probably it's bad. Still f5 is an issue. But okay, it can be calculated. So it's a critical point of the game.
Yes. Also, black has some issues to solve. So, well, optically it should not be. Once again, the knight on c4 is very strong, so optically it should not be that bad. But yeah, this is quite critical. So black should be precise. Maybe just castle.
Yeah, that's what I wanted
maybe
to
still,
say.
Yeah, because at the first point I didn't like it. I mean, I thought it was too risky.
Maybe even to include
but now
with some.
After f4, my idea was to take on d4 maybe, and if knight takes, then bishop c5.
Yeah.
Something like this, and this is quite unclear.
Okay, let's go to the last board of this match. Marcel is playing versus Kalsnishkaya. Okay, this is a long game. French.
Typical French.
Typical French. And let's go back to Gukesh. Let's see, has something changed there? So,
still
do we have a move?
No, it's very strange. Yeah. So Gukesh
something
is trying
bothers
to understand what was
concept of Arjun.
Arjun's idea. Yes, and he's. I mean, at the moment he's. and his teammate Jordan is also thinking the same. So
yeah, let's go full screen. Let's change the.
What's going on? And that's exactly what he's thinking about.
Yeah, because
what is his idea? What is his genius idea?
Yes. It's a bit hard in this event because now we have Vincent as well. There are so many interesting games, so many interesting players. Of course, people in chat screaming, "Give us Gukesh game, give us Gukesh!" But it's not a World Championship match, so I'm trying somehow to follow simultaneously. Pavel, thanks for joining, and good
pleasure.
luck with
Thank you
all
for
your
inviting me.
activities. And as you said, there are a lot of events around the corner, so we will follow, of course, all those events. And
Thank you.
Yeah.